Trump up on deck. He won by almost 10 points. I'm sure Nikki Haley probably was excited about that. Yes, he beat me, but he didn't beat me as bad as he beat DeSantis and Ramaswamy. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. I'm Van, and we are all the LFR family. Thank y'all so much for clicking play. Hopefully, you click the like button as well. We got a good one for you right now. Hopefully, you watch the whole thing through because it really helps the videos, and it really helps my confidence. It does. When I do a 20-minute video and I go back to look into my analytics and I see everybody dropping off at minute 3 and minute 4, I'm like, what did I do wrong, bro? What did I do? Watch the video all the way through. You might get something good out of it, okay? And if you don't want to watch it, share it with somebody. Go look at my playlist. It might be something there that you might like, some comedy, some other political things, or some music, okay? Listen to some music joints. Check out some music joints with me, all right? I used to do car tests while I was driving, listening to music too. Go check those out. Those was fun. All right, so we got Trump up on deck. He won the New Hampshire. He won by almost 10 points. I'm sure Nikki Haley probably was excited about that. Yes, he beat me, but he didn't beat me as bad as he beat DeSantis and Ramaswamy. All right, but let's see this joint right here. This is him saying, yes, I won, and all y'all can kiss my orange. USA, my USA. Kiss my USA.
Well, I want to thank everybody. This is a fantastic state. This is a great, great state. You know, we won New Hampshire 3 times now. Three. We win it every time. We win the primary. We win the generals. We've won it, and it's a very, very special place to me. It's very important. If you remember, in 2016, we came here and we needed that win, and we won by 21 points, and it was great. And today, I have to tell you, it was very interesting because I said, wow, what a great victory. But then somebody ran up to the stage all dressed up nicely when it was at 7. But now I just walked up and it's at 14. But she ran up when it was 7. And, you know, we have to do what's good for our party. And she was up and I said, wow, she's doing like a speech like she won. She didn't win, she lost. And you know, last week we had a little bit of a problem, and if you remember, Ron was very upset because she ran up and she pretended she won Iowa. And I looked around, I said, didn't she come in 3rd? Yeah, she came in 3rd. And then I looked at the polls. She was talking about most winnability, who's going to win, and I had one put up. I don't know if you see it, but I have one put up. We've won almost every single poll in the last 3 months against crooked Joe Biden, almost every poll. And she doesn't win those polls. And she doesn't win those. This is not your typical victory speech, but let's not have somebody take a victory when she had a very bad night. She had a very bad night. And you have the now very unpopular governor of this state. This guy, he's got to be on something. I've never seen anybody with energy. He's like hopscotch. And, you know, I'm watching this guy, and 2 weeks ago he said, we're going to win in the landslide. We're going to win. About 3 days ago he started saying, well, we want to do well. That's a big difference. But I walked out just now, we're 14 points up, and I don't know what it's going to be. But when she was up here, it was like 6 or 7. And, you know, with like 7% of the vote counted. Now, let me just tell you, we had an unbelievable week last week in Iowa. We set a record. It was the best in the history of the caucus, in the history. And I remember I sort of had the same feeling. I'm up and I'm watching.
When I was, I'm gonna finish this in a moment, but I just want to put this out there. When I was, you know, rooting for the left to win everything, I didn't care what it was. I just wanted the left to win everything. Come on, left. And whenever I saw Trump talking, and I saw a black person behind him, I was also one of them people who had an issue with the black person. I'm like, wait a minute. Word on the street is that brother don't like us and you standing behind him smiling. What's going on with you? That's what happens when people misconstrue information. And that's what happens when I don't go out of my way to find out the truth for myself. I just allow MSNBC to feed me. I just allow CNN to feed me. I just allow people on the radio stations to feed me with the same BS. People at my job that I once worked to feed me with the same BS, to make me hate this dude and think that he actually is racist. All right, let's go.
And I said, she's taking a victory lap. And we beat her so badly she was, but Ron beat her also. You know, Ron came in second and he left. She came in third and she's still hanging around. The other thing, she only got 25% of the Republican votes. I don't know if you saw that. Tremendous numbers of independents came out because in this state, because you have a governor that doesn't frankly know what the hell he's doing in this state, in the Republican primary, they accept Democrats to vote. In fact, I think they had 4,000 Democrats before October 6th. They already voted. Now, they're only voting because they want to make me look as bad as possible. Because if you remember, we won in 2016. And if you really remember, and if you want to play it straight, we also won in 2020. By more. And we did much better in 2020 than we did in 2016. But as they said, we lost by a whisker, just by a whisker.
By a whisker.
No. But we can't let that happen. You know, you have to have people that speak up. I said, I can go up and I can say to everybody, oh, thank you for the victory. It's wonderful. Or I can go up and say, who the hell was the imposter that went up on the stage before and like claimed a victory? She did very poorly, actually. She had to win. The governor said, she's going to win, she's going to win, she's going to win. Then she failed badly. Now, I have here, if he promises to do it in a minute or less, but the only person more angry than, let's say me, but I don't get too angry, I get even. The only person.
This dude is a bully, man. I love it. I love it. I don't get angry. I get even. That's somebody who wins, bro. That's somebody who's strong. That's like, man, look, you're not going to play with me and not feel it. No, you're going to feel it. But it's going to be business as usual. That's cool. How can you watch this and be like, man, he is so demonic and he's so... He literally just now said that he's going to go after somebody if they go after him. Ain't that bad? Nah. He's just getting even. He letting them know. Ha! You lost. The
only because he was there, and he did fantastically well, by the way. And then he endorsed me. And we don't have to talk about Tim Scott, who, by the way, just got engaged. We have to tell you.
Congratulations, Tim.
And that's more important than all of this stuff. But a man that got to know her very well is Vivek. I said, Vivek, go up and say a few words about it. He has to do it in 1 minute or less. And then we're going to just say, we had one hell of a night tonight. And one other thing before Vivek comes. Do you see that poll? We're going to put it up. We have beaten Biden. You could almost say, who can't? Who the hell can't? The man can't put two sentences together. He can't find the stairs off a stage. Who can't? But Vivek, 1 minute or less. Go do it, Vivek.
He had to tell him 1 minute or less because he know Vivek is going to spake. Vivek will spake. I thought if I said it loud with confidence that it will actually work, it don't work. Vivek will spake. That makes no sense whatsoever. Okay, Vivek.
What we saw tonight is America first defeating America last. That's what we saw tonight. If you want America last, you can go to Joe Biden. You got another candidate still apparently in the Republican primary. cut your Social Security to fork over more money to Ukraine so some kleptocrat can buy a bigger house, go to Nikki Haley.
Did he say kleptocrat? This is my first. Did he say, bruh, he said kleptocrat. Kleptocrat. I gotta hear that again. This brother's on fire. He's on fire. Stop playing with Vivek, man.
Security to fork over more money to Ukraine so some kleptocrat can buy a bigger house.
Kleptocrat.
Go to Nikki Haley. But you know who delivered a double-digit victory tonight? It is a double-digit victory as of right now, is this man, Donald J. Trump, the leader of America First. And that means something. Now, USA and Donald Trump, America First. Now, I got 30 seconds left. I want to make this point here, okay? We got to say this. We got to say this right. What we see right now with her continuing in this race is the ugly underbelly of American politics, where the mega donors are trying to do one thing when we, the people, say another. And it's up to us, we, the people, to at long last say, hell no. We, the people, create a government that is accountable to us. And we, the people, have said tonight we want, again, as we did in Iowa, Donald J. Trump. And so you want to actually speak truth. That's the truth tonight. And the only thing they're rooting for is an ugly thing that we don't want to see happen. That's what these people are rooting for, is playing to say long enough so the Reid Hoffmans and the ugly Democratic George Soros Jr.'s who are funding the lawsuits against Trump can prop up their puppet. We say no to that vision. I say the general election begins tonight, and this man will win it in a landslide. God bless you, Donald J. Trump. Vote Trump, USA.
Very nice. Wasn't that nice? So this was a great evening, and I want to thank everybody in the audience, and I want to thank the people that are standing behind me.
I think it's awesome that he gave him a minute. Like, not only did he give him a minute, but he told him, look, you got a minute. I know you like to talk, but you're not going to show me out tonight. You got a minute. And then I'm bringing the fire. I'm bringing the heat that you never had.
You know, I think we called it right. Immigration's a big deal, a very big deal. We have millions and millions of people flowing into our country illegally. We have no idea who the hell they are. They come from prisons and they come from mental institutions. And it's just killing our country. And I'm talking about millions and millions and millions. They are drug dealers. They're everybody. And they come in just like walking right through. There's nobody to check, and there's nobody to vet. And we have a man with us tonight, Tom Homan, who is central casting. He's central casting. And I'd like you to say a few words about the border and who's going to solve that problem and how quick are we going to do it, Tom? Go ahead, please.
In less than a minute.
Look, I worked for 6 presidents down around Reagan, and every president I ever worked for did something to secure the border. But no one did more than President Trump. The most secure border in my lifetime. The most secure border we've ever seen. And Donald Trump's going to do it again. We're going to lock the border down, and we're going to protect Americans. Because what's happening at the border right now, a record number of Americans have died from fentanyl poisoning. A record number of migrants have died. A record number of women and children have been sex trafficked. A record number of known suspected terrorists across the border. There's one man who's proven he can secure the border, and he's standing to my left, Donald J. Trump, and he's going to do it again.
That's called KISS. Keep it short and sweet. Some people say keep it simple, stupid, but I think it's keep it short and sweet.
Thank you very much, Tom. So this is an evening that I will not forget because it's the 3rd time, but more importantly, I think it's going to be the most important time. We won both. It was, I think somebody said you rarely, if you win both, they've never had a loser. Let me put it that way. When you win Iowa and you win New Hampshire, they've never had a loss. There's never been. So we're not going to be the first, I can tell you. And I just do want to reiterate the polls. We're way up on everybody. We're way up on Biden. And over the last couple of months, if you check, and you have to remember, in 2016, they were saying, oh, what does he know about elections? He's not going to win. He can't win. He can't. Well, we won. And we got millions, and you can check this, and I hope the cameras don't turn off because they hate this, but we got millions and millions of more votes the second time. Right, Mr. Congressman? Millions and millions of more votes. And but we had, and they used to cheat, and they did a lot of other things too. We're not going to let that happen, and that's still going along. We don't forget. You can never forget history, because if you forget, you never recover from it, and you repeat, and we're not going to repeat. We're going to have the greatest election success. We're going to turn our country around. If you take a look throughout the history of our country, if you took the 10 worst presidents in the history of this not great country right now, it's a country in decline, it's a troubled country, it's a failing country, frankly. But if you took the 10 worst presidents and put them together, the 10 worst, absolutely 10 worst. I used to say 5. Remember, I'd say 5. Then I said, wait a minute, we can add another 5. They would not have done the damage that crooked Joe Biden has done to our wonderful country. They would not have done the damage. There's never been anything like it. And you say, are they stupid people? I don't think so, because nobody can cheat that well if they're stupid. Do they hate our country? They must hate our country, because there's no other reason that they can be doing the things they do. Take a look. The taxes, they want to raise your taxes times 4. They want to let the Trump tax cuts, the biggest tax cuts in the history of our country, they want them to expire. Your taxes are going to go through the roof. You take a look at regulations. They're throwing regulations. You can't breathe. You can't even breathe with what they're doing. You take a look at our border. So bad. There's never been a border like this in the world. 4 years ago, we had the safest, best border in the United States. I built hundreds of miles of border wall. And they always say, oh, he didn't build hundreds of miles, because if there's a board laying on the ground, they say that's a renovation. They call it a renovation. If there's 2 nails laying from 50 years ago, they say, oh, that was a renovation. These are very dishonest people, and you're always fighting them. And just a little note to Nikki. She's not going to win. She's not going to win. But if she did, she would be under investigation by those people in 15 minutes. And I could tell you 5 reasons why already. Not big reasons. A little stuff that she doesn't want to talk about. But she will be under investigation within minutes. And so would Ron have been. But he decided to get out. He decided to get out.
Ron have
now,
been.
Vivek, I don't think would be at all, because he's perfect, right? And Tim Scott, I know would never. That's no chance. Hey, Tim, do you want to say something? Come on, come on. I want him to say something.
New Hampshire. The president said a double-digit win in New Hampshire, and you delivered a double-digit win for President Trump. But I'm going to invite you to my home state starting tomorrow, where this election is over. It is time for the Republican Party to coalesce around our nominee and the next president of the United States, Donald Trump. Let's get that party started tonight.
What a good guy. What a good man he is. But just remember, I did hear Nikki say, and now it's off to South Carolina. Well, I love South Carolina. I love it. But, you know, she forgot one thing. She forgot one thing. Next week, it's Nevada. Next week, it's Nevada. It's not South Carolina. We love South Carolina, but next week, it's Nevada. And I'm pleased to announce we just won Nevada. We just won 100%. Because all of them, they looked at it, and they took polls, and I was polling at 95% to 4 or 5%, and they decided not to play in Nevada. So we just won Nevada. We have a man from Nevada here, Steve Wynn, wherever he may be, and John Paulson, the great John Paulson, made plenty of money in Nevada.
Made plenty of money in
Doesn't live
Nevada.
there, but he makes a hell of a lot of money. He makes money everywhere he goes, actually. So money machine. Maybe we'll put you, you know what? Put him at Treasury. You want to make a little money? Let's put you. Anyways, good to have you guys. But we go to Nevada, and that's been won, so we pick up all of those delegates. And then we do go to South Carolina, where we've done. So this is a great evening, and it is, you know, we are going to Nevada for a little while. We're not going to have to do.
Okay, so he's talking about where they're going. Got that. All right. Picked up where you're putting down. Telling us where they're going. Gotcha. All right. All right. So, yeah. I didn't hear much, to be honest with you, in that speech. Not much substance. I didn't. I heard a great majority of, you know, what they did and the numbers that were drawn and what they plan on doing in other states and how we plan on winning, and how other people thought they was winning and jumped the gun and stuff like that. Here's the thing. I would much rather that when somebody wins, that when you give your speech, you hone in on the promises that you're making this state that you've just won. All right, I get it. Where he's giving these other grandiose plans of things that he would have done and things that was in place before he left and all that other stuff. It's like playing ping pong, past, present, past, present, past, present. I can care less about the past anymore. I can care less about it, to be honest with you. And by him constantly bringing it up, it does make him look weak. It also rallies up his base because a lot of his base don't like the fact that he was cheated, but it does also make him look weak. So much so that you got to continue to talk about it all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. And that doesn't resonate very well with people who are looking for strength in their president. It doesn't. Now, we all look at things differently. So how I believe is making them look, that's simply my perspective. All of our perspectives are subjective because our living and understanding is a bit different based off of, you know, who we are. We're all un poquito different, but we're still the same. We bleed the same, but you know what I mean? We have the same concerns, worries, and whatnot. But I would have rather hear, I would rather hear plans. Like, this is what we got going on. This is what we plan on doing. This is no games this time. Okay, they cheated, whatever. We're moving on, man. We're ready to go. As long as I can stay out of jail or out of the court system, fighting whatever battles they're trying to pit against me so that I'm not out here getting these votes, then we got some real work to do, all right? That's what I want to hear. All this, so we be in New Hampshire and we be in Nevada and we be in Florida and we going to be in, and we going to be in, sounds like a touring comedian. That's what this sounds like, a touring comedian. Okay, yes, we won New Hampshire. We whooped ass in New Hampshire. All of y'all voted for me. Every single last one of y'all. Your aunts, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, the grandmothers and grandfathers, sisters and brothers, cousins and nieces and nephews all voted for me. All right. So we moving on to South Carolina. No, that's what she thought. We're not going to South Carolina. We're going to Nevada. And we're going to do the same thing. And then he pulls up in a speech after winning there saying, we won Nevada. We whooped ass in Nevada. We won by 10, 12, 20, 40 digits. It's never been done like this before. Last person that won in 20, 40 digits was LeBron James. You see what I'm saying? I'm sure y'all are picking up what I'm putting down. It just get, you know what I mean? All right, so y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments below. If you have yet to hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, I'm Van, and now we are all the LFR family, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video, hopefully inside the Patreon as well. The playlists are set up and ready for you to come check them bad boys out. And if anybody want to be learn how to grow on YouTube, if you want to learn how to grow on YouTube and you want to hire a coach, hit me up.